Hey everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hi everybody, hello. Welcome to today's Saturday with Stacey YouTube class number 646. Hey! So this is a full-length technique-based craft class where we start at the beginning and we end at the end. There's no skipping ahead. You can, if you're not watching this during the premiere, you can fast forward ahead. But if you are joining me during the premiere of today's class, which on Saturdays is always 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom, there's no skipping ahead. But there's a live chat going on. So why would you want to skip ahead anyway when you can be part of the live chat? You see it on your screen, whether you're on a device or a laptop or an iPad, you see that live chat happening. Come say hello, especially if you are new to my channel. We want to know your name. We want to know where you're from. Are you a card maker, a scrapbooker? What do you do it all? Are you a collector? Are you a full set syndrome gal or guy? We want to know all about you. So if you're joining me during the premiere every Saturday morning, there is a live chat going on. And we sure do hope you pop into that chat and say, hey. Now, I'm Stacey. I'm the owner of Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. We are a small independent retail store that you can literally walk into. Absolutely walk into. We had Britt Bass was in earlier this week, and her mom, Kim, hi! You should see the car. I should have brought it up. Maybe I'll do that. Britt does cards for Sizzix, sometimes with our Make It Mondays and things like that through Sizzix. Britt will make some of the cards for us. And Kim, her mom, is just as darling as can be. And they were in the shop, and Kim brought me in a card, and it was Disney. Oh, it was so flippin' cute. Okay, I'll have to remember to bring it up so I can show you all in another video. But yes, we are a real online retail store. Hey, Britt. Hi, Kim. We're a full retail store that you can walk into and see, feel, and touch the products. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. through 6 p.m., sunny California, Canyon Country, California, about 40 miles north of Los Angeles. But if you're nowhere near us, we also have a small online presence. We are not this big, massive store. No, we are not like a couple of the other online stores out there that also start with S. Both of them start with S. No, we're just a small little independent store, and you can shop with us online for all the products that I have for you today. But if you have an independent store in your neighborhood, well, go say hello. It is possible that a paper crafting store in your neighborhood may have product very similar to what I'm going to be using today. And a fine art store, if you have a fine art store, I'm going to be using some fine art product today as well. Go introduce yourself. Say, hey, do you have Ecoline liquid watercolors or Lumiere by Jacquard at a fine art store, or maybe a local paper crafting store? Do you carry Studio Light? Because that's what we're going to be using today. Now, I used to say, tell them Stacey sent you. But I have learned that sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes that's not. So I leave it up to you if you want to say, hey, Stacey at Scrapbooking Made Simple sent me. And if not, that's okay too. Really depends upon the store owner, whether it's a yay or a So I have got this beautiful class planned for you today where we do start at the beginning, super simple. I don't want to take too much time going through the easy peasy stuff because I want to get into the Staceyfying of this product. I'm going to show you how it's supposed to be used, and then we're going to use it the way I thought it should be used. And they're never the same. What I think we should do with it and what the manufacturer thinks should be done with it, totally different. But isn't it nice to see all perspectives? Yes, everybody has a thought on how you can use this product. And when you get it, you may think, no, I want to use it for something completely different. Absolutely. Options are good. And that's what I try to show you. Lots and lots of options. You have options is a main theme here, because if you feel like you get a lot from the products you purchase, that makes you feel good about sitting down and working with them, because you know you can do this or that. It invokes creativity in you when you see all the different things that can be done with just one type of product. So before we get started, I have Winner Winner Chicken Dinner to talk about. Hello, Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. We give away 3 prizes every week. The first one is an assortment of goodies that's on my craft table. And to win that, you have to find the short that I did, the sneak peek that I did the night before. So Friday night, I launched a sneak peek. It is on our YouTube channel. You must post on our YouTube channel. I feel so bad because I'll go to Facebook or Instagram and they'll be posts. It's like, no, not here. I try to say YouTube channel. Just go to the Scrapbooking Made Simple YouTube channel and look for the playlist that says Shorts by Stacey. Look for this shirt and you'll know that that's the right one. And you just post, what did you see on my crafty space that you would like to win? And then we send you a nice little prize package. The other 2 prizes that we give away each week are a $100 gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple. And those go to people who post on the video. There is a place to post, I believe, below me where you can leave a comment. And we select 2 comments randomly every single week, and those lucky peeps get a $100 gift card to spend any way they want. So that's pretty nice, right? Can't go wrong with $100. So I'm going to announce our winners, and then we're going to get started for today. It's super good to see you. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me this morning. Love being here. Really excited about today's class. There's a lot to do. And if this is the first time you're ever paying attention to any type of paper crafting class, you can do this. If you have scissors and some glue, well, Stacey tape, adhesive, doesn't have to be a double-sided tape, you can do this. It starts out that simple, where you just need scissors and some adhesive. And then we're going to get progressively more and more technique-y until we get into that Ecoline liquid watercolor and that Jacquard Lumiere paint, and we make magic happen. All right, so Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. Our first winner is from the who won the assortment of goodies from last week. Now, she's already been announced because in the sneak peek I did yesterday, I announced the winner from the previous week. So Susan may already know she has won, but just in case she didn't see it, Susan Burrows, you're our winner Chicken Dinner from last week. Congratulations. You don't have to do anything to claim your prize. I think we've already pulled an assortment of goodies for you. Don't know what we pulled. I think Elena did it or Claire did it, but I hope you like what you're going to get, because we've got a prize package that's going to be going out to you Monday, Tuesday of next week. Congratulations, my friend. I hope you enjoy. Now, the next 2 winners have received a $100 gift card in their online account. It is already there for them to spend. Our first winner is Janice. Janice Burke. Hello, Janice. Congratulations. Well done, you. You have a $100 gift card from Scrapbooking Made Simple. Excited? Yeah, I think so. So congratulations, Janice. You are our first winner of a $100 gift card. But we always give 2 of those away. Our second winner is Janie. Janie Elick? Elick. Janie, there you are. You're the winner with Chicken Dinner. Congratulations, my friend. I sure do hope I pronounced that somewhat close. But even if I didn't, even if I got your whole name wrong, you would forgive me, because $100 is $100. And at Scrapbooking Made Simple, that can go a really long way. So congratulations to you, my friend. Again, you don't have to do anything to claim your prize. Already in your online account, you and Janice And then Susan has a prize package coming her way. All right, so if you want a chance to be a winner, you gotta post a comment. Can be anything like, hey, hello, how are you doing? You know, whatever makes your heart happy, as long as it is kind and polite. That's it. Just be kind and polite, and you might hear your name. However, if you never post a comment, I can promise you, I will never call your name if you never post a comment. You could have been a winner already, but how will you ever know if you never post a comment? All right, so I'm gonna put those away. We have to do the winner chicken dinner dance real quick because it's just something that we do. We've been doing it for forever. So we gotta kind of get into a little bit of a groove here. You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo, for you. Congratulations to the three of you. I do hope you enjoy all of your prizes, whatever you purchase with your $100 and whatever we've sent you. I hope you love it. All right, so today it is about Studio Light. I've got Moonstone dies from Hunky Dory. I have got Ecoline liquid watercolors. I've got Lumiere from Jacquard, a little bit of everything. We're gonna be die cutting, there's just a little bit of everything going on. So I am gonna start by showing you the paper pads. I have 8 different paper pads to show you, and then I'm gonna start working with them. So the paper pads are, well, all of it is limited. Anything from Studio Light is limited. We only could get so much in. It is coming from, some of it came, well, it all came from across the pond. It all is over in the, are they in the UK? Are they in, yeah, I think they're in the UK. Are they in the Netherlands? I always forget where Studio Light is. I think they're in the Netherlands. So it all had to get here. And well, paper's heavy, so we brought in as much as we possibly could, but it is limited. So I'm gonna start by showing you the paper pads first, then we're gonna do some easy peasy quick things, and then we're gonna move into a little bit more technique-y, a little bit more artsy-fartsy, a little bit more Stacey-fied. So if you're ready to get started, so am I. Down we go. It's good to see everybody. Let me just show you some super quick samples. Just a few little odds and ends. Now, what I'm going to show you is some of the items that the SMS girls made. Well, Katie made all of these. And while these are pretty super simple, we may start here, but this is not where we're going to end. Aren't they beautiful? And then the last one, I'm going to put these where they belong. Aren't they beautiful? This is an album. So this is how it's intended. But it is not how, I asked them just to do like 3 or 4 pages. This is how the product is intended. How we're going to be using it, how we end up using it will be completely different. All right, so let's talk about the paper pads, and let's start here with Spring Wings. There are 2 separate paper pads. One of them is kind of a card making kit, and one of them is a die cut and paper, just yumminess. They do work together, but they don't have to if you don't want them to. You may just want the card making kit and that's it. You may just want all the die cuts and the beautiful paper and that's it. Or if you have both of them, you can interchange and use it all together. So inside the card making is literally page after page. And the thought process is every page will make 1 card. Everything is pre-die cut out. All you have to do is punch it out and start layering and building your card. But since all the colors are in the same family, you can take from this page and put it on this page. Everything will mix and match. So sheet after sheet of ephemera and beautiful die cuts and foundation pieces. Lovely colors. I mean, really lovely colors. And of course, all of this is going to match that secondary pad that I have. And that's what was, I think that's what their idea is, that every page you have more than you need for a card. You could never put all this on one card, leaving you tons left over to make additional things with. And then they do give you a few, it's full. I mean, this is a lot. They do give you a few cards that are specialty cards. So I might make this just so you can see it. This is one of the specialty cards. And then this is another one of the specialty cards, which is really cute too. So this is the first, and it says that it will make 12 die cut sheets, so 12 cards, but by gosh, you could probably get way more than 12 cards out of here, especially if you're using some of your own cardstock. Now this is going to coordinate with the Die Cut Designer paper pad. And the paper pad has beautiful, the same sheets, beautiful paper. Same patterns that we just saw in the card making. So lovely paper, but then, oh, isn't that a pretty sheet? But then we get into card fronts or layout embellishments, where all you have to do is cut, and then come back and mat with something here and then put it on your card front or on your layout. Look at all of the different, was it 2 or 3 sheets of each? So let's see, it's 1, 2, 1, 2. So what is it? 8, 16 fronts there that will then go with all this paper. You can use this paper as your layouts, embellishments, your whatever you want to do, and then page after page of pre-die cut ephemera ready to punch out and decorate. So you can see how these two pads absolutely go together. However, you can just get this one. It has more than 400 elements, or you can get this one to make 12 different cards. But gosh, if you have both, you could probably make close to 100 cards, probably. All right, so that's the first set. The second set I'm going to show you, same thing. So you have your card making set. Look at the colors. Aren't they beautiful? You've got your card making set. Every page does at least one card. Probably get at least two cards out of every single page. It has sentiments. It has everything you need. Look at this page, is beautiful. It's just a beautiful sheet. It has got it's all pre-die cut for you. So this is the card front. It would just pop right out. This one's beautiful. And then we get into specialty, where this is going to make a gatefold. And here's the balance to make the gatefold. And this is going to make a gatefold. And here's the balance to make the gatefold. So you've got at least 12 cards in this set, but then we come back and we have all the beautiful paper that coordinates with it perfectly. And just like the other pack, we will get to the card fronts or embellishments for your layouts. And after that, we get into all the pre-die cut out ephemera. Page after page after page. So again, while this will coordinate with the die cut card making pack, you can get this one just on its own, by itself. You can get this one just on its own, by itself, but these two will coordinate together. Now the other 4 packs of paper that we have, we are going to be using with some of our Studio Light mini albums. We have them in 2 sizes and in 2 colors. We have the craft, and we have in 8x8 in craft and ivory, 6x6 in craft and ivory. They have 25 sheets in them. They have tabs, and they literally have 25 sheets. So you have in between your tab is 4 sheets, in between your next tab is 4 sheets, and you just go. We're going to be playing with these quite a bit today, very extensively. And they have created 2 paper pads that go with them. So if you want something easy peasy, you can buy, this is beautiful, it really is beautiful. You can buy the 6x6 paper pad. Decide if you want the ivory or the craft 6x6 mini album. And this is all going to coordinate. And then when you get to the back, all the pre-die cut ephemera for you to decorate your album with. This is for somebody who needs you want a project, you want a project that has a start, a middle, and an end. You want a project that you can sit and do in one sitting, or you have friends who have never done this before. What a great way to start, because it is just that simple. And again, they have two different books in the 6x6. So the pansies and the summer meadow, and eventually with the pansies we get to the ephemera as well. So one pad does one book. It gives you enough of the full sheets to do an entire book and enough ephemera to decorate all your sheets. So pretty. So 6x6 books will go with the 6x6 albums. I like the 6x6 ivory the best. That's probably what we're going to play with today. I just find that it's a very achievable size to work with. I can get it done and feel like, oh my gosh, look at what I did. I'm so excited. But they also have the 8x8s. So 2 paper packs for the 8x8 albums. And again, these are perfect if you love the paper and you just want to go in and pull the paper and start to put it down and decorate. The colors are gorgeous. The papers, the designs are beautiful. Love them. And then page after page of ephemera. Look at the colors. Now, when we Stacey-fy the book, I'm probably going to use a 6x6 book, but I'm probably going to use an 8x8 pad of paper when we go ahead and we Stacey-fy it. So this is one of the 8x8s, and then the other. So this one is Vintage Voyage, and this is Pastel Blossom. They're just absolutely gorgeous, and everything is coordinated. There is no wrong. It's all right. And it just gives you this way to sit down and put something together. If you're making a gift for somebody, oh, this is so good. You don't have to think about what paper do I want to use? Is it going to work together? And then you get all of the ephemera to decorate all of your pages. So there is no I Want It All today, because there really was no way to make an I Want It All. You have to decide if you want the paper pads, if you want the albums, the mini albums, if you want the card making, if you don't, you got to decide. There's a lot to choose from. But I'm going to start with these and do something quick with these. And I'm probably going to stick with the card making, even though both of them coordinate. I just want to do something fun and easy just to show that. Oh, and I think that's the one I want to do. I'm going to pull these 2 pages. I love the butterfly too, because this layers into this, and then this layers into that, and then you start to decorate. Love the butterfly too. Maybe I'll do the butterfly. The other is a gatefold card. So literally, and I know some of you are saying, no, I need to create it from scratch. And yes, I understand. And we're going to do just that. We're going to create from scratch. But before we get there, we have to start here, because at some point, everybody was a newbie. We all didn't start our creative journey at the place we are right now. Even if you started a month ago, you know more than you did a month ago. So we have to be mindful that not everybody is in the same place. See, so that layers right on top of that, and that layers right on top of that. Aren't those cute? Now this would be a hand it to you. This is a hand me card. I can't mail this one. I suppose I could. I just have to put it in a large envelope. But you just put them down on top of each other. They give you everything you need. You just have to decide how to finish it. Now I could chalk my edges. I mean, there's lots of things I could add to it. Just some Stacey tape. And this one goes on top of here. And the cool thing is they give you pictures. So here's the one I'm making, and I can choose to make it just like that, or I can change it. I've got lots of bits in here that I could pull out to use as opposed to using what they think I should. I got lots of bits. And these 2 together, and now I layer it on here. And I've started. Now if I do monkey see, monkey do, that goes up there. And this piece go down here. Okay, let's see what the picture shows. Oops. Yeah, that one's up there. Oh, this way. Okay, good thing it has the picture. I still don't have it right. Oh, there. Okay, that goes like that. And my center. And then I can take all my words yeah, no, that's how it fits. So I could lay all this down and then fill in all of my, I'm going to put this on, and then fill in all of my empty space. And I've got all these cute little butterflies that I could just pop out and add on. Or I could take elements from something else, one of the other pages. And then I've got wishing you an awesome birthday. I could put that in there and just really make it mine. But super easy to do. It fits right there. And that fits right there. And bam. One done. I would add the rest of the butterflies to it. And I'm making a goober with my Stacey tape so that I can pop my butterflies and have them 3D. So crazy simple, but I could have gone in and chalked all my edges. But then there's this one here. Where am I going to put? I'm going to put my samples right there. Then I have this one here that I pulled, which is completely different. It's out of the same pack. Pre-scored. Pop it right out. Lay it right on in. And then this piece. Layers right on top. And then my guess is that these are where you put your butterflies going all the way down. How cute is that? No, definitely this one. That one definitely there. That one might go there. That one can fill that space. So cute. You would do a better job of taping down than me. So these little card kits are easy peasy, but if you really want to expand on them, having that secondary paper and die cut kit is really helpful. It gives you full sheets of paper. It gives you even more embellishments. Oh yeah, see, that fits right there. And that one fits right there. It just fits perfectly. And that one fits perfectly there. And this little guy is going to fit perfectly there. Look at how cute. Oh my gosh. Now, I could put my sentiment on, and I can use the sentiments that come on this sheet, or I can use the sentiments that went with my big butterflies. I could pull sentiments from anywhere. What do I want? Maybe I want this in the center. I don't know. Well, that'd be nice. All of those would be nice. All of these would be nice in the center there. You've got all of these additional pieces. And then if you have the secondary book, you've got all of this to play with too. Even more. Could use the sentiments from here. So, easy peasy mac and cheesy is the name of the game when we're talking about these, the card making paper pad and the die cut designer paper pad. That's the spring wings. The blooming flowers, again, crazy easy. Maybe this one I don't take out of the card making. Maybe I do it from let's see, what do I want for those flowers are sure pretty. What if I pull this one? And I cut there. Ooh. That's nice. I'm just going to use it for my matting. All right, I'm going to mat this real quick. And then we've used something from both of those. I want you to see that, yes, it's simple. But sometimes simple is good. Sometimes what you want is to decompress and not really think too much about it. You want to have it put in front of you and you just open it up and you start to create. Sometimes you want to put a lot of thought into what you're doing. I get that. It just depends upon what it is you're doing and what kind of mood you're in. And if you're new at this, starting with something like this really gives you the confidence to do more, because when you are done, it looks so good. And when you give them to the people, your loved ones and your friends, and they realize that you made this, oh my gosh, they are, even if you might see the little tiny imperfections, maybe your cuts aren't so straight and maybe your matting's a little crooked, what they see is the love and the time and the care you put into making something for them, as opposed to running to the drugstore and picking up, or the local card shop, the local stationery store, and picking up something that is pre-made. Handmade doesn't mean it has to be complicated. Handmade means it was made with love. I'm going to mount that on that. Sometimes you need to be able to put something together pretty quick. Now you would probably use a trimmer. I'm a freehand girl. And now let's take a look at some of those flowers in the back. My goodness, these are beautiful. So if I pop that one, and maybe that one. And maybe that one. And maybe that. Let's see what we can do. I think I need one more. This one might be too big, but all we can do is try. Ooh, and then bigger butterflies. Ooh. Oh, okay, that's good. Like that. And then I can take some foam tape and pop some of these. And I'm just going to fill in some of the space. So with the paper kit, it gives you all the elements. Well, even with the card kit, you get to decide what it looks like. They give you so much in there. Look at how pretty this is. I could grab some of the leaves. And this isn't even the main part of today's class. This is the, I had to have it all. I couldn't say no to these either. Look how pretty the leaves are. And there's so much in here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Just that little extra greenery works perfectly. I just add a little extra greenery, and I'm not going to pop those. And I kind of tucked them in underneath. Before I decide where I'm putting them, I just wanted to tuck them in a little bit underneath. And this is Stacey tape, Stacey Park adhesive. It's double-sided. We have it in a whole bunch of different widths. And you don't have to cut it. You can just tear it, and then it folds right back in on itself. So if you cut a bigger piece than you need, no big deal. I'm not going to try and trim my adhesive to fit that. I'm just going to expose my sticky and roll it right back in on itself. Do I want a sentiment? Hip hip hooray, just for you. You are wonderful, always being kind. I love you, kisses, hugs. Happy birthday. Happiness, how about just for you? I could even take one from here. Not even the same pad. And we'll make it work. Thank you so much. Look at that. This is from the Spring Wishes pad, the first one we did. It's not even the same collection, and it works. I pulled out that little butterfly, so I'm going to use them because I pulled them. So super fast, super easy. You can buy just the card making, just the die cutting, and the designer paper, or if you want to have options upon options upon options. You can get both of them. And bam. Oh, I need to put my just thank you so much on there. Well, let's get this on here, and then I'll do that. Gosh, I can make it vertical too. That looks good too. And my thank you so much. Oh, I like that too. All I have to do is rotate him. So if I move him here, and I move him here, now I've got it vertical, and I like that too. Oh, decisions, decisions. Yikes. Come on. There we go. And last but not least, my little sentiment. And I'm going to put that there. Thank you so much. Yes, you're welcome. Foam tape is by Gigi, JejE. It's the best foam tape we've ever used. It's incredibly affordable at $1.99 a roll. There. And I did this one instead of using the card kit, because I could have used the card kit. Has those two beautiful gatefolds in there. Instead, this time I used the paper pad with all the paper and the card fronts and the ephemera, all of it in here. And again, if you have both of them, well, then you have more options than you could imagine. So Blooming Flowers is one set. And Spring Wings is the other. There is not an I want it all for it. You can't buy the two of them. There's not a bundle with the both of them. They're both sold individually. And I took the sentiment from Spring Wishes for here. So, crazy easy, crazy fast. I can finish these cards a little bit later on. But I just wanted to give you an idea of how those paper pads and card kits work. Now we're going to get into the 6x6 and the 8x8s. And this is where the albums come into play. So we have the albums for sale. And I'm going to do a page of Monkey See, Monkey Do. And then we're going to Staceyfy. The 8x8s, each size, 8x8 and 6x6, comes in both colors. The craft and what we are calling cream. We actually altered the picture to make it look cream. The picture that was provided, these look white, and they are not. They are an off-white. There, now you can see the difference. This is white. In the picture though, this looked like this. So we photoshopped the picture, well, Elena did, to make them look a little bit more cream. And for probably the duration of today, I'm going to be working with the Stacey Park 110-pound cream or ivory paper that we have. So how do these work? Easy peasy. You have two paper pads that will fit inside the 6x6s. And the SMS girls have made, and honorary SMS girls, they have made stunning samples with this set. They have made stunning samples with this set. I have finished samples, and then we have an album and cards with this, an album and cards maybe on the white, with the white, little mini album. But we have samples, finished samples of everything. So they've done the cover. And you can take the cover and just choose your sheet. And it fits right on. Now, if you want that window to come through, you're going to come in, trace it, and then you're going to come in and cut that window. You're going to cut that window out. But these just fit. They fit right on. Is that the one I want to use there? This one's pretty too. So if I cut that window, nope, I moved it. That's close. I probably am not exact, but okay. I know the girls they might have used a trimmer to do this as well. I'm just going to freehand it, and we're just going to do the best we can. Okay, I say we're pretty good. And I can put that down. And again, you're going to do a better job. You may choose to use a liquid glue. You can use a gel medium, or yeah, a gel medium will work great. You just brush that on and put it down like we did on our coasters last week. Then I decide what I want on the inside. I can take that same image and I can put it on the inside so it lines up. That's very cool. And I can tape that into place. And then I would take another and tape it right on top to hide what I did. In fact, I might take those two and tape them together first. So these really are very much kind of monkey see, monkey do. You do get to decide what, you know, what order you put your paper in and how you decorate your paper. But if you want a super fun and easy craft that everybody can do, see, I'm just going to line it right up. I want to make sure I don't put any tape in my center. And I've covered my front. And then I go in and I just pick my pages. And I decorate. You want to trim them down a little bit. You've got the little tab here, so if you want to have a little bit of a border, need to take off maybe about there. That'll leave room for my tab. I'm going to take a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom. And there, my page is done, and I still have my tab. And then in the back, I've got all of those beautiful decorations. I think I like the small ones better. On either side. Gosh, the tags are super pretty too. And I can throw a butterfly up there, and I just start to decorate. And maybe I leave room for a picture here. And I can certainly put some journaling here. But maybe I put my picture, over here. Let's see. I like that one or that one, or so these are moonstone dies and these are minis. So you can see if this is a 6x6 book, you can see the size of the dies. They fit perfectly in these books. I think I like that one. Bring over my die cutting machine. And I'm going to use a piece of my ivory paper because the book is craft, so I'm not sure that I want bright white. And a piece of black. And all of this is 110-pound paper. And again, I'm monkey see, monkey do. So we're using the book and the paper as expected, as they had intended for you to do. So I've got my Big Shot machine, I've got my base platform, I've got my solo shim, I've got my cut plate, my paper, my dies, and my do not cut plate right over the top. And I'm going to send it on through and we're just going to cut both of them at the same time. They're open frame dies, so super easy to cut. They're not intricate at all. An open frame die is a nesting die or a die where you literally can put your fingers or your hands all the way through. They just pop out like a dream because they are not overly intricate. Now you don't have to use dies to make your mats. You could use your trimmer or freehand and just do rectangles and squares. Yeah, that's all it needs. If you want a project that you can start and finish and it's not going to overwhelm you, this is it. Between these and the card making kits, you could take that paper and use the larger scale paper for this. You absolutely could use this for your 8x8 or your 6x6 album. Absolutely. You absolutely could use this. You don't have to use the 6x6 or 8x8 that they had intended. All of this is coordinating, ready to go with the beautiful ephemera die cuts in it. It's about having something that is focused. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. And it's smaller. It's more easier to get your eyes on everything and to see it. Something 12 by 12 is lovely, but can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. This is concise and focused and still gives you the opportunity to be creative in your own way. I could have chalked all of this. I could have colored it. Sure, I could have. But I want to use this in the way that it's supposed to be used. And we're off to the races. Now we turn the page, put down another one, and keep going. Put something on the front cover. We could put something in the middle. I could put a beautiful little, ooh, where's my, right here. I could put that right in the middle. Oh, okay. I think I will. And there are 2 6x6 books. The Summer Meadow and the Violet Musings, which is the purples and the greens are beautiful together. Look at how pretty is that. There's your picture. There's your picture. They're just lovely. So I'm going to trim a little down because I just want a nice border, a little bit of a border around it. So let's take a little off this side, a little off this side, a little off the bottom, a little off the top. There, now I've got a nice little border around it. A little bit more off the side. And the same here. A little bit more off the side. And those are good to go down. Again, you do a better job of taping down than me. Now this page went like this. I made it go like this. So I didn't want it so close to the edge over there. I didn't want it so close to this design. And then I can take they're perfect. They are these from Moonstone. These came in as, I have these as samples. I have to go and order all of these super quick. I brought these in as samples, a whole bunch of designs. And these are just absolutely, these are perfect for these little albums. They're just perfect. So let's grab my ivory. And then we're going to move on to kind of Stacey-fying them. And for that, I'm going to use the 8x8 sizes. Now, the 8x8s fit the 8x8 albums. And I have beautiful samples for you. But I want to get into playing with some of the inks and stuff. Okay, I do this. Oh, I always put it underneath. I gotta remind myself, look underneath. Yeah, Hunky Dory doesn't know I'm using these. Surprise! I'm gonna put it on top, not underneath. So now I've got place for a picture here. And you could make pockets and you can make tags and I mean oodles of things that can be done. I'm just keeping it simple. didn't line that up very good. Yikes. It's better, but not perfect, but no, I can't be okay with that. I've got to get it right. I'd do anything to be able to stand up and lay this down. And then all the pretties. For the purple. Oh, I think the purple's better. Look at how pretty is that. And it's done. Move on. What a thoughtful gift for somebody that you can make in a short period of time. This can be done in a day, or you can take weeks to do it. It just depends upon how elaborate you want to get. I'm still not straight on that. I still don't have this lined up real well, but okay, I'm gonna let go. So two different 6x6 books, paper pads. Both of them absolutely lovely. And if you don't want to do the mini album, these are beautiful just on their own to make cards with. We did that too. And the book comes in ivory because remember, that's white. That's ivory. So ivory or craft in 2 sizes. Because we have the 8x8s to play with. And the 8x8s are the same. Different patterns, different styles. This is Vintage Voyage. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I mean, it's really beautiful. The colors are just extraordinary. And we have the Pastel Blossom. And these are going to fit those 8x8 books exactly the same. And you're going to do the same thing and decorate them the same way. But I thought we would take them and use them with a 6x6 book because we're going to stop doing monkey see, monkey do, and we're going to start doing a little bit out of the box. Well, a lot out of the box. So let me go back just a little bit. And this is where you get to say, okay, I saw that, I love that, I can do that, but I want to do something more. Or maybe you make one album just like it's supposed to, or one set of cards just like they're supposed to. But then you think, you know, I could do this to it, or I could change it that way, or I could add, or I could take away, I could simplify, I could embellish even more. That's where the creativity sparks. You have to start somewhere. And having these paper pads, because that's what they are. They're just paper pads. You don't have to use them with albums at all. You could do all scrapbooking and layouts and your own albums all day long with them. But they give you this launching off point. And that's what we've just done. We've done the launching off point. Now let's do the, ooh, what more can we do point. So I'm going to tilt on down, and we're going to be playing with Royal Talons, Ecoline watercolors, and with Jacquard's Lumiere acrylic mica paints. And we're going to be using it with the mini albums. Now, my favorite size is the 6x6. Again, I feel like it's something that's doable. It's achievable. 8x8s are fine. They're beautiful. They're lovely. I know I can knock this out. I know that I can open both pages, see both pages without any problem. I've got enough room to play, but not so much room that I'm stressing about how I'm going to fill up the space. However, since I'm not doing monkey see, monkey do, my preference is the 8x8 paper if I'm going to alter them and do it on my own. The 8x8 paper gives me more options. There's more room. I can pick and choose what corner, what side I want, what element I want. With the 6x6, it fits perfectly to the book. There's not a lot of, oh, let's tweak and move. There's not a lot of that because you've got nothing to tweak and move with. The 8x8, however, gives you that advantage and gives you that extra little bit of oomph for you to create with. So even though the 6x6 is my happy place, the 8x8 paper is what I'm going to be using. So I think I might do, I don't know that I'm going to do the cover. We'll see. But I think I might do 2 pages. I'm going to keep them, I'm going to skip a couple pages, and I'm going to do 2 side-by-sides. And maybe I'll do both books, or both 8x8 papers, so we can see the difference, or you can at least see how they look. So I should have not stopped talking to you. I should have not. I'm going to go back. I was skeptical. I was skeptical when I ordered these albums. I knew they'd be fine with the paper because all you're doing is taping paper down, but how would they ink? How would they take liquid? How would they take acrylic? How would they work if I wanted to Stacey-fy them? I was more than surprised at how they stand up. The paper will take the ink, will take the acrylic, will not seep all the way through. Who knew? I didn't. I bought a couple of them. I must have bought like 12 of each because we have to play. I have to play. So I can't play with just one. I have to play because by the time it's all done, the book is a mess. But I didn't know if we were going to be able to get away with using inks and acrylics and watercolors and chalks and to see if it was going to seep all the way through. It does not. These are very much like a mixed media journal, to where the paper stands up to all of that goodness that you are layering and coloring on. Surprised? Hi, I'm Stacey. I was super surprised. I did not expect, but boy, was I happy to find how wonderful they work. Okay, now we can go back down. I just feel like I gotta talk. When I have something to say to you, I feel like I need to look at you. I know, maybe that sounds weird, but I do. I feel like I just need to look at you. So I'm going to skip a few pages so I can have 2 that are side by side. And I'm going to play with my Lumiere, and I'm going to play with my Ecoline. Now, and I think I'm going to grab my gel plate. So, in fact, maybe I even get my bigger gel plate. Hold on. I do have a larger gel plate. Oh, but where did I put it? Not there, not there, not there, not there. Stacey, where could it have gone? Well, maybe I stick with my smaller one. Oh man. You ever? Oh wait, found it. It's just crystal clear, so I couldn't see it. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my larger gel plate. Zoop. And zoop. This is a 9x12 gel plate from Jelly Arts. And it's going to give me a little bit more room. It's new, can you tell? Yeah, I think this is better because then I can have my book down. There we go. Okay, so liquid watercolor. These are Ecoline by Royal Talons. This is a fine art product. That doesn't mean that you have to be a fine artist to use it. It is a beautiful product. The intensity of the colors is incredible. The amount that you use is so little, and yet the vibrancy is crazy. It is a liquid watercolor, so it loves water, and it has a matching marker, and the marker will have the same number. This is 202. The marker number is 202. You can use this to refill your marker. Comes in about 60 colors, and this week we have just the jars on sale, but they're on sale for a wonderful price. Even though they are a fine art product, they're on sale for, I think, is it $6.99, which is about the price you would pay for a liquid watercolor in a paper crafting, from a paper crafting company. And yet these have been around since 1930. And the company has been around since 1899. Artists globally use Ecoline. It's beautiful product. We're going to be using that, and we're going to be using the Lumiere mica acrylics from Jacquard. So again, fine art product. These come in two sizes. There's 20 that come in these smaller sizes, which we were able to get from Jacquard. They generally don't sell them in that size open stock, but then they also come in the much larger jar. We have an I Want It All on the smaller, and we did a whole month of classes in the studio with Stacey for February, 4 weeks of classes using the Lumiere. So 40 colors approximately in the full size, but the smaller, there's about 20 colors. This is made of 100% pure mica, which is as light, fast, and as high of pigment as you can get. Jacquard uses the highest pigment grade mica that you can get. Then they have developed a crystal clear acrylic binder, which means when you mix it with the mica, you get this luminosity that is stunning. They're easy to use, they're quick to dry, and they are an acrylic, so they will go on wood and metal and glass and plastic and paper and outdoor stuff, and yes, clothing. You can put it on clothing and heat set or let it dry for about 72 hours, and it will not wash off, unlike a liquid watercolor, which will not go on metal or glass or plastic. Oh no, it will not. It needs a porous material for it to soak into. So we're going to use these together today. We're going to play with them on our book. And I'm going to pull some paper. I have to look at it. I haven't decided what I like yet. So maybe I'll do that sheet. I'm just going to pull a couple sheets, and then we'll decide once we get it inked. Maybe I'll just pull one of everything so I have it. Not that one. All right, so I pulled one of everything. So we're going to start with the Vintage Voyage first, and I'm going to do 2 pages with the Vintage Voyage. Let me go. Is that a little bit better? All right, so I'm going to start with an acrylic brush. This is by Royal Talons. It's their art creation. It is an acrylic brush. It comes in a 3-pack where you get 2 rounds and 1 flat. When you're using acrylic paint, you don't want to use expensive brushes, especially since you do not want to leave the paint dry in the brush. All your bristles will glue together and you will not be able to unglue it. Acrylic, the binder in an acrylic paint, is a glue. Ultimately, that is its foundation as a glue. So you're not going to want to use your lovely fusion brushes, your watercolor brushes. These are different brushes and we use them for different things. I would not use my fusion watercolor brushes with my acrylics. No, you can use an acrylic brush with a watercolor, but a watercolor brush is a little bit is better. So I'm just going to start with page 1 and let's pick a color. So I'm going to take the metallic bronze and give it a shake. Or maybe we take, ooh, this is beautiful, the metallic copper. Ooh, and let's give it a shake. And I'm going to go straight to my paper. And then I want my brush a little, I just want it damp. I don't want it too wet, I just want it damp. And then I'm going to spread kind of all over. I want negative space. Now you'll see it's curling because it's wet, but once it dries, it dries wonderfully flat. In fact, I'm going to take this and put that this way. Okay. And then I'm going to do this one. And I'm not trying to be neat. I'm just going for it. And they're almost dry. That's almost dry. And it did not go through the backside. And as it dried, my page flattened out, which is a wahoo kachoo. So I just want a little bit of acrylic here, a little bit of acrylic there. And then you can use a cup of water to rinse your brush out. Now I'm going to come back in. And I'm going to use some Ecoline. So do I want blue? Do I want maybe this darker blue? So I'm going to put a little bit of my blue. And I'm going to come in with my watercolor brush. You can see I didn't clean it from last time. Maybe we start, maybe we start with a little bit of yellow and green. And then I come back with the blue. Maybe I throw a little yellow down. Maybe I want a deeper yellow than that. And right over my acrylic. Now you saw that was a drop, right? A drop. And then maybe I add a little, do you think I should add a little green? We can add a little green and see what happens. Now you see, just a drop, and I'm just picking it up with my brush. And right over the top of my acrylic. My acrylic acts as a resist. Not going through the backside. Crazy, right? And then maybe I pull in just a little bit more. All right. Let's do the other side. I think I'm not going to do the green. And I think I'm going to start with the darker yellow. And I'm just going over, no rhyme, no reason. I'm not worried about it. I'm not thinking about it. And now the blue. I can add a little bit of water and soften it out. I can come in and wipe it up. That looks really good. That one looks awesome. I think I'm going to add a little more blue to this one. And again, none on the back. And I'm just going for it. All right. Baby wipe does wonders. And now I've got 2 background sheets. Let's wipe this up so I don't get it all over my pages. And now we play with the paper. Maybe those 2. That one's good too. I'm going to tear this one. This is an 8x8 on a 6x6. And I'm going to tear it. And I want that torn edge. See, if I tear it this way, if I tear it, you're supposed to tear it facing you. Oh, I already started, that one already started to tear. I want to tear it facing me. I'm going to tear it a little bit more. I want that exposed edge. I think I'm going to put that there. And then maybe this one. I tear towards me, and then I tear towards me again. Maybe that one I put there. And I start building my own book. Now I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save all of this because I don't know where else I might like to use it. So now I grab my book again, and let's look at the ephemera. So this is really pretty. See, now maybe I want that on a brown now that I'm doing it. So that was already partially torn. I'm going to see one just a little bit wider. And I'm going to have to re-tear this side because the exposed edge is on the back. So I'm just going to tear it towards me. You always want to tear towards you if you want that exposed edge. Oh, I like that. That works for me. I'm okay with that. I can even have it that way so the flowers aren't on there. Oh, I like that. Okay, I'm good. So I'm going to trim that bottom off. I'm going to get rid of the flowers because right now they're upside down. And that just leaves me this random piece. Still need to go a little bit shorter, but I like that at the bottom. So I'm going to take a little off the top because I actually like that random piece on the bottom. Still a little bit more. So I like that there, and I like that there. Now we need some pictures. So I pulled all of this paper not knowing what I was going to use, and ultimately I used one sheet to get both sides. Now let's do some die cutting. And what shape do we want? Oh, I think that'll be good for this side. And I think that'll be good for that side. Okay, let's do it. So I need some ivory. And some black. I should be able to get it. Ooh, that's very tight. Should be able to get it out of that piece there. So ivory and black, and then leftover black here. And let's see if I can get it out of this leftover ivory. All right, I'm good to die cut. So I'm going to pull this out of my way for a minute and bring my die cutting machine over. Close up my lid so I don't spill everywhere, because I am notorious for that. And my large out of the black, the small out of the ivory. Again, I like the 8x8 books if I'm going to do my own thing. It gives me more opportunity. I like the 6x6 album with the 8x8 book. I could save those and make, no, I'm not going to, but I could. We do have an I Want It All on the Moonstone dies, but I'm going to have to call, I already sent them an email saying, hello, can you like next day air, please? Surprise! it on through. Bing, bang, boom, done. Little creaks and cracks are perfectly fine. It means your die cutting machine is die cutting. Oh, it moved. Oh, okay, well, we'll have to do it again. That is too close to comfort. Too close. Thankfully, it's only black paper. Black paper, white paper. We can just die cut again. It's not specialty paper. So this one moved. That's a boo-hoo. I'm not going to throw those little pieces of black away. I might need them. So my base platform, my solo shim, my cut plate, and you can see my cut plate is really cut. I'm not getting rid of it until it is cracked and I can't use it anymore. And then a do not cut plate, which is why my cut plate is as cut into as it is, and yet it's not as warped as it should be. You always use a clear plate or one of the Sizzix cutting plates as a do not cut plate. You never, or well, sometimes it happens. You try not to cut into it. It helps keep everything from warping. Better. So each set gives you, gosh, this gives you 9 dies in the set. Each set gives you like 9, 10, 11 dies. And I love the size. Oh, well, we're going to go this way. Yes. Well, if we don't love it, we'll do it again. See, that was so much better. I had room to like lean over it. And this is hanging off the side. I'm not going to try and tear it or cut it. I'm just going to pull it back in onto itself because it is double-sided tape. And then I can tell I'm crooked. There. Bing, bam, boom. Now I can bring my plate back over. And this is going to go here. And this is going to go here. So let's put that down there. And I want that there. Or have I changed my mind and I want this one there? Nope, it's definitely this one. So somewhere around that area. Now this album's going to take you a little bit longer. And then I'm going to pop that there. And then we're going to do this side. And we're going to go there. I don't know about the black. I think I might have to recut. I'm not sure. I want it, I'll save it, but I have this feeling I need to recut. That's not working for me, folks. And if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So thankfully I still have a little piece of each right there. And then let's get the right one with the right one. I'll still use this. I won't throw this away. It's cut. I'm not gonna get rid of it. It's just not what I was wanting. So I want the large and the small. Yes, that's better. And here we go. Let's see. There we go, perfect. Bring my gel plate back over. And that goes there. That looks great. And then let's look in the back of the book and see what we've got. Ta-da! Look at that. I love these. See, and I love doing it myself. But I would have never been able to do this all those years ago when I started. You gotta start somewhere. I'm gonna make sure that my tape's a little down, so if they need to tuck their picture in behind, tuck their picture down, they can. Look at how pretty. You've got that metallic coming through. Look at how pretty. You can do this. Close my book up. And my pages will lay flat. It's wonderful. And I love those colors. But I have another book to do. So let's turn the page. And let's look at the book. Because I like the 8x8. This one is Pastel Blossom. That's a pretty page. That's a pretty page. Gosh, these are all beautiful pages. I don't know. These are all beautiful pages. This is a beautiful page. Look at that. These are all stunning. Gosh, I thought I loved Vintage Voyage. I don't know. This is so pretty. I can't use all the pages. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So I ripped out some of the pages. Let's put some ink down. Let's ink. Let me put these back where they belong. And same thing, I skipped a few pages just so I can go flat and side by side. And I don't know, we'll come in and we'll finish, somebody will finish this book. I don't know what we'll do with it, but somebody will finish it. I mean, I could do these. I could do it here. I could. All right. All right, we'll do it here. Let's see. I've got purples and I've got pinks. How about I use a lighter gold? Get my acrylic brush, get it a little wet. I don't need it really wet. I just need it a little wet. Let's just do maybe a lighter gold. And I just want some paint, some of my mica. Dries super fast. I want to make sure there's open space, because we're going to add our Ecoline to it. And I want it kind of dusty in areas where it's just it's almost dry brush. I want to go in both directions. All right, let's give that one a minute. Little water on my brush, just to help to move it just a little bit. So pretty gold. Lighter in color than the copper. All right, doesn't look like much, but it's gold. Now we decide on what color watercolor we use. Ooh, decisions, decisions. I could even throw in just a tad bit of the purple. Ooh, that's really purple. We'll see. That might have been a mistake. But is there really ever a mistake? No, we'll just make it into something. I did one side, I got to do the other. At least I know what purple is, what color it is, how purple it is on my paper. Little bit of water. You're like, you should have stuck with the gold, Stacey. I don't know. Time will tell. You could be right. I just heard Billy Joel singing "You May Be Right" in my head. But you know what? No guts, no glory. And there's 25 pages in the book. If I really don't like them, I can pull them out. But we're going to make it work. Now, what color watercolor do we want? I almost think we need to go super light. Like crazy soft. Definitely not blue. So I don't have any room on my desk today for water, for a water can, cup of water to clean my brushes. So baby wipes it is today. All right, let's try that. And I'm gonna pull my pink, but I'm gonna desaturate this. I'm gonna add so much this is. This is 361, and I'm gonna make it really, I'm gonna add lots of water because I don't want it to be too dark. If I want it darker, I can add. I even think more water. Okay, that's coming out pretty. I think I might be okay with this when it's all said and done. And I don't think I need as much water as I thought I did. A little drop will do you. Oh, that color is beautiful. Whether it goes with our book or not, I don't know, but I love this color. This is 361 and it's magic. It looks amazing with that purple and the gold. Okay, not through the back. And remember, this is on the back side of this. So we're fine there, we're fine here. We have 2 sheets to play with. And I think that's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, okay. And here I was all worried. But like I said, there is no mistakes, we'll just figure it out. Now I have to decide what paper I want to use. I'm just going to do a corner again. I like the corners. I'm going to do this corner over here because I think those two side by side would be great. Or those two side by side. Oh, Stacey, I've got to tear towards me. Okay, like that. Let's see what's in the back of the book. In fact, this I think needs to be a little bit more open. Let's see what's in the back of the book. Maybe. Maybe. What do you think? Give it a whirl and see what we got. So if I do this one here and that there, And maybe put that in the center. If I do this here, and I do one here, all right, well, let's cut. And I'm going to use the two I didn't use. So 1, 2, and 1, 2. And I've got plenty of black paper here. This is my big one. And this is my big one. So we'll cut these and we'll see what we get. And then we'll cut the ivories. And we're creating our own. We're using a standardized 6x6 book. We're pulling the most beautiful paper from Studio Light. I'm using the 8x8 paper in the 6x6 book just because it gives me a little more flexibility. If I was going to just take the pages right out and paste them right on down, I would use the 6x6 book. And if I was doing an 8x8 book, I would use the 8x8 paper. But because we're changing things up a little bit and stretching our creativity a little bit, oh my gosh, by the hair of it. Okay, can you see? I got that just in. Holy smokes, artichokes. That was close. But close counts. So I've got those two. Now I need some in ivory. Save that piece so I use it later. Let's hope it doesn't move because that's close to, but send it on through. Let's bring our book back. And let's lay these down on top of each other. Ooh, I'm almost out of a roll of Stacey tape. Done. Still not perfect, but we're going to go for it. So this one here. Maybe that there. Maybe the bird there. And this one here. With that one there. Oh, okay. Let's put it down. Oh my God. And the backgrounds are so pretty. This is driving me crazy. Okay, so let's put it all down. I think once it comes together, making those back, I know it looks, these look like you're like, Stacey, really? Really? Are you sure about this? I am sure. I am 100% sure. And even when you think it's wrong, I love that I added the purple into it. It's like it needed it, that pop. And that I thought I was gonna want that, that pink really light. No, I like it vibrant like it is. I love the contrast of all of this. What do you think? Are you like, wait, you had me way back when we were just using what came in the books. I was with you, Stacey. You had me all in, and then you switched things up. I'm not so sure about this. Or are you, oh, Stacey. Okay, using the books as is, that's, you know, using the paper pads, all the 8 there, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 8 different paper pads, using them the way you're supposed to use them, and just cutting out the paper and using the ephemera to decorate. That's really nice, but oh no, this is what I'm all about. You have options, and I love this one on here, and I love the bird right there. So let's do that. Now you could do a few pages like this and a few pages just normal. And then every few pages you do a pop of color, and then you go back to just covering up the whole page with the paper. Oh. Surprise. But we had to start. We had to start at the beginning. We just did. We had to start at the beginning. Okay, yes. Yes, please. And that swash of purple right there. Oh. What do we think? Look at that gold coming through and that pink, and look at that swoosh of purple and that gold coming through and the pink, and it's just, and the paper, and it's just beautiful. But maybe you liked this one better. With the copper and the blues and the greens. But maybe you liked this one better. And I did back to back. So you can see that the color did not come through. My pinks and my purples did not come through. And my greens and my blues and my coppers did not come through. Now I turn the page and I do another one. Only we don't have time. I think that these are magical, and I think they're creative, and I think you take them to the next level. Yes, we can do simple. We can make them just beautiful. There's nothing wrong with this, nothing at all. They're lovely. And this may be where you're like, oh yeah, I'm all in there. I can do that. This makes my heart happy. Or you may start here, and after you do one of these, you're like, huh, I wonder if it really is that easy to do. It is that easy to do. You saw me, I just kind of smooshed it all over. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. And I put the purple in going, but then I added that pink Ecoline in there. And it's beautiful. These dies are the perfect size, and you are gonna make something that everybody is going to ooh and ah over. But we didn't start there. We started way back here when we were just playing with the card kits and the paper. So much to be done. I so want to do this cover. I do. I so want to do this cover. But I won't. I just don't have time. I'll have to do it later. You choose. Love the blues in here. Love the greens in here. But then love the pinks in here. Love the purples in here. And yes, this is the 6x6 book. But I used the 8x8 paper pad. It gave me more room. It gave me more options. If I were going to use the 8x8 books and just do monkey see, monkey do, then I would absolutely use the 8x8 paper pads because it's gonna layer in here just like it did on the 6x6 book. You're just gonna be able to pull it, trim it, put it down, and embellish. You just have to decide what size book you want to do, or maybe you don't want to do books at all. You can absolutely use all of this paper. All of this paper. This will make the most stunning cards, and we have cards made with it. And you have all of the beautiful finished ephemera at the end. Make the most beautiful cards with the most beautiful ephemera at the end. So those are the 8x8s. But we also did the 6x6s. And again, beautiful paper. You can just make beautiful things with this paper, and then you've got the beautiful ephemera that's pre-die cut out for you. All you have to do is push it out. So what do we have for sale this week? Oh my gosh, we've got so much on sale. So we've got the 6x6 paper pads. No, I want it all. It was not possible. The 8x8 paper pads, two 6x6s, two 8x8s. They're all different. No two styles are the same. And we started with the card book and the paper book. So all the paper, all the card fronts, all the ephemera, or literally you can make 12, 24 cards out of here. And some of them are specialty. That was blooming flowers. And we also played with spring wings, where you've got all the paper, the beautiful card fronts or images for your scrapbooks, all the ephemera to decorate your scrapbooks with, and then the card kit. And yes, they work together. You can use them together, absolutely, but we did not bundle them together because you might just want the card, you might just want this. I left it up to you. And then of course we've got the 8x8 books and the 6x6 books on sale. Again, nothing's bundled. So you pick the colors you want, you pick the size you want, and you go for it. Or you don't do a book at all. And we have the Jacquard on sale for you. So Lumiere is finishing up. When this YouTube is over, all Lumiere will go back to full price. We have the 20-pack I Want It All bundle, which gets you 20 colors of Lumiere. These are the small sizes, which is what I use today, but we also have the large, the full size, and they're all on sale. They're all from Jacquard, but this is the last week of Lumiere because our In the Studio with Stacey also ended this week. So if you haven't seen anything about Lumiere, go watch. I have 4 videos this month. My Wednesday videos all use Lumiere. That's all we talk about is Lumiere. I put the Ecolines on sale. So all the colors, all of them, and I want to say there's 60 colors. They're all on sale. Today I used 361, I used 676, I used 508, I used 202. I think that's it. I think those are the ones that I went with today. We put Fusion on sale for you, so watercolor brushes. We put the acrylic brushes on sale for you. And we did the dies from Moonstone. So these we do have an I Want It All for you. So you could get all 4 sets if that's what made your heart happy. And again, I brought these in as samples. So I must have 10 or 15 more mini sets to go through and look through. Love the mini sets. Think we might have to have all of the mini sets. They're just so useful, but they are not overly big. Remember, I was using it on a 6x6 layout and you saw the size. So all 4 sets are available open stock or in the I Want It All. And if Hunky Dory hasn't read their email yet, surprise! All right, so samples. Let's talk samples. Let me start with, and each girl was given their own set of stuff to play with. So let's see. Dortina did all the samples using the spring wings. So all the samples with spring wings was with Dortina. And again, she did things outside the box. She did her own thing with them. These are all by Dortina using spring wings. They're beautiful, right? Oh, she did. Oh, look at this one. This is stunning. This is using the paper pad. This is using the paper pad because I know that paper. That paper's in the not in the card making kit, but in the paper pad. Look at how beautiful. Yeah, spring wing. Totally different. Look at how pretty. Look at how pretty. She finished the card I didn't finish. Look at how pretty is this. The paper. Oh, it's beautiful, Dortina. Ooh. So again, she went out on her own. Some of them she did monkey see. Well, I don't think she did any of them monkey see, monkey D to B, monkey do. I don't think so. I think she added her own little touch to all of them. They are beautiful. So this is spring wings, card making paper pad, and then the second item is the die cut designer paper pad. And they do coordinate together. And this was all done by Dortina. Dortina, they're stunning. The next one I have is from, this is Blooming Flowers. So we're going to be, we've got the die cut designer paper pad and the card making pad. So these were done by honorary SMS girl Gail, and she used both of these to make all of her samples. And all of these samples were made by honorary SMS girl Gail out of those two pads. This is out of the card making. I wanted to do this one. Look at that. All the pieces pop right out. You don't have to fussy cut anything. Even the little side pieces. Look at that. Gail, stunning. Beautiful. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Now she changed things up. She decided what ephemera to use, how to close it. That was very clever. And she decided how to decorate the inside. They just gave her all the pieces. No cutting necessary. Everything fussy cut out. Look at how pretty. Look at that beautiful paper. Gail, these are stunning. I'm telling you, the girls rocked it. This week, every week. Last week with the windows and the rice paper. Oh my gosh. Look at how beautiful is this. Again, this is honorary SMS girl Gail, who we love so much because she did a layout. Now remember what I was calling your fronts for your cards, she used as her embellishments on her layout. Gail, beautiful, as always. So Gail and Dortina did the card making kits and the designer die cut paper pad, all from Studio Light. Oh, dreamy. Then we get into the books. And our first book was done by Tamara. She used the Violet Musings. Again, beautiful. So did we. We did something with Violet. We did something with all of it. We did everything. We did something out of every book. And she made some beautiful cards using it. Simple, easy. Oh, I love this one. This is beautiful. Simple, easy, done. Tomorrow they're beautiful. But then she put together the book, and she did just a few pages on the inside. Oh, and she was so clever. Look at, she did the tab. She made it fit perfect. And they're just lovely. So I asked him to do a few pages on the inside just to give you, here she's got all the flowers popping up. Just a few things. There's a tag in there. Pictures over here if you want. Beautiful, Tamara. Love it. Really pretty. And then the next 6x6 was done by honorary SMS girl Catherine. And she used Summer Meadow. Okay, this paper's dreamy. I mean, it's really good. There's one page in here that just, this one, oh, this one just speaks to me. And I love that one, but I use that on the cover. I love it so much. And then all your little extras. So Catherine did all of these. Right? So good. So good, honorary SMS girl Catherine. So good. So simple. But so effective. So elegant. Ha! Look at that. So good. Beautiful, Catherine. And then she too did a book. So journal needs to go that way. There we go. You've got your beautiful little insert. She's got a place for a tag. She's got a pocket. And this is just using the paper that comes with it. The 6x6 book. That's all she used was the 6x6 book. That's all I gave her to use. All of this came out of the 6x6 book. Same with Tamara's. All had to come out of the 6x6 book. Her cards and her little journal, her little mini album. Then we have Mary, honorary SMS girl Mary. The only thing Mary was given was the one paper pad. And she got Pastel Blossom, which we just did, and I loved it. Love it. That was the only thing she was given. So she used cardstock and pulled the ephemera out and made a card using just the ephemera. Oh, have a fabulous birthday. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, Mary. You know, I'm really fortunate to have Claire and Elena and Gail and Dortina and Mary and Catherine and Yvette and Tamara and Patty and Katie. I mean, Claire and Elena are SMS girls, but the rest of them come and they donate their time for free on Wednesdays to make all the samples that you see. And they do such a beautiful job. Look at this. All Mary was given was the one paper pad. She had to do it all out of that. Now, I wanted to play with us 8x8 book. I needed to play. I needed to start working with the colors to see how they would absorb, and would they warp, would they bleed through. And so I used this book, and I used very bright greens and yellows because I just grabbed colors. But then I gave it to Mary and I said, Mary, can you make it work? Because again, she was given just this paper pad to work with. So she took my very bright greens and yellows and she took Lumiere. Look at that. And look at her go. Oh yeah, Mary. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, is the, oh, this is fabulous. Oh, oh. She stamped on that. See, I was going to, look at that. I was going to use that too. Look at this. So I just asked him to do a couple pages, not the whole book. They'd still be there. Well, they wouldn't, but but look at how beautiful. And she cut the window and she put that right in the center. And she made my cover work, bless her heart. So Mary, thank you. Thank you for taking the challenge. She not only took on the challenge, she said, oh, don't you even give it a second thought. I've got this. And I said, really? Don't you? I'll open you a new book. And she said, absolutely not. I love a girl who loves a challenge. Mary, amazing. And then the very last one is Katie. So Katie was given just this paper pad. That's all she was given to work with. She could use regular cardstock. They could all use regular cardstock, but the paper and the ephemera had to come out of this book. And that is our Vintage Voyage. So Katie started here with cards. Then she went here. Embrace the journey. Look at how beautiful is this using the 8x8 book. So you've got an A2 and a 5x7 all out of the 8x8 book. Look at how beautiful. So the only thing she was allowed to use was that paper and cardstock. And here is her album. And she did the same thing I did. She cut the window and then put the same paper behind it so it's just beautiful. And then she added an embellishment on top, one of the die cuts. Here's the paper. Just down, you've got a little, one of the ephemeras here, but the paper. And here's the paper and one of the ephemeras. The paper and just a few little ephemeras. Beautiful, Katie, really. I'm so honored to have all of you as my friends. I'm just so honored, really. Don't know exactly what I did to deserve it, but I'm not going to question it because I love and cherish all of you. So, they did amazing work. And Studio Light put together beautiful paper pads. Beautiful. The albums are quality. They hold up. They stand up. I was able to ink without it going through the pages. I inked back to back without it going through the pages. And close them up and you're good to go. And then with the hunky-dory mini dies that they didn't know I was going to be selling, the surprise. See, when I order samples, if I have them, they're fair game, right? All right, you guys. I know this one was long, but there was a lot to show. And I know sometimes you look at me like, do you really have to start at the beginning? Really? I do. I do. I feel like I have a responsibility to new crafters, to new people in our hobby, to assume that they don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And sometimes I'll be watching a YouTube on something else besides crafting, because I don't watch crafty YouTubes. I get stressed. And they'll just assume I know something when I don't, and they don't explain what they're talking about. Most often it's about algorithms. I watch a lot of a lot of information about algorithms and marketing, and they'll say something and they'll use an anagram and I won't know what it means. And they don't tell me what it means, and then I feel kind of stupid. Because it's like, well, I should know, but I don't. And then I have to Google what it is. And then it's like, oh, okay. But I don't want to be that person that just assumes. I want to share from the very beginning to the very end with all of you. And During the premiere, you can't fast forward, but after the premiere, you can absolutely fast forward. But then you might miss a nugget or a little gem that you might have forgotten about or didn't know about. You just never know. So I keep my classes the way my classes are, unscripted, not prepared, not pre-prepped, not, oh, look, out of the, put a pie in the oven and right next to it, I pull out the pie that's already baked. None of that. We do it together because that's how creativity grows, is if we do it together. So the next time I see you will be Monday for our Make It Monday event, where we bring you a value price bundle. I think this Monday's bundle is from Sizzix, and I think it's almost $100 for $19.99. That's Monday at 5 p.m. Yes, you heard me right. It's almost $100 from Sizzix for $19.99. You heard. It's Monday, 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And where do you find all of these fabulous things I showed you today? At an art store, if you have one, a local art store, go say hello. At a local paper crafting store, you may not want to say that Stacey sent you. Might not be a good idea sometimes. Yeah, just depends upon the store owner. You could be in Wisconsin and say, you just never know what response you're going to get when you say Stacey sent me. Sometimes it's yay or sometimes not, but go to that store anyway and shop them. They are local, they are independent, and you are lucky to have them. Ask them if they have the Studio Light product. And if you don't, or if you don't have a local independent store, well, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, we're here for you. And as is a lot of other small online businesses. Keep it simple, keep it small, keep it independent. And if you sprinkle a little bit of goodness everywhere, everybody gets to stay in business. So until next time, thanks for hanging with me. Long class, but I hope you had a good time. And I will see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.